Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, wondering if that special someone is really into you? Well, wonder no more, because today we're going to uncover the secret signs that someone is head over heels, absolutely crazy about you. But wait, before you start thinking, this is just another one of those cheesy, feel-good videos that rehashes the same old tired advice, think again. Because we're not just talking about some random signs that your great aunt's best friend's cousin twice removed swears by. Oh no, we're talking about the cutting-edge, scientifically backed indicators of attraction that have been proven time and time again in real-world scenarios. And the best part? These signs are happening all around you every single day. That's right, you could be missing out on the love of your life simply because you don't know how to spot the signals they're sending your way. But fear not, because by the end of this video, you'll be a certified love detective, able to crack the case of attraction with just a glance. Before we dive in, if you're new here, please press that red button to subscribe to the channel and comment, "I've subscribed," so I can thank you. And for anyone looking to revamp their dating approach, click the link below for a free 60-minute strategy call with one of our coaches. Now let's get going. 1. They make physical proximity a priority. Picture this. You're at a party, chatting with a group of friends, when suddenly you feel a presence next to you. You turn to find that special someone has made their way to your side, almost as if drawn by an invisible force. What's going on here? Well, it turns out that this behavior is rooted in something called the propinquity effect, the idea that physical closeness can actually breed attraction. When we're in close proximity to someone, our brains start to associate them with positive feelings and experiences, even if we're not consciously aware of it. So when someone is constantly finding excuses to be near you, whether it's scooting closer during a meeting or always ending up next to you at social events, it's a pretty strong sign that they're feeling the pull of attraction. But here's the crazy part. This effect is so powerful that it can even override our initial impressions of someone. That's right, even if you didn't think much of them at first. If you spend enough time in close quarters, you might just find yourself catching feelings. So the next time you notice that special someone always finding their way to your side, don't write it off as a coincidence. They might just be subconsciously drawn to you in a way that's hard to resist. 2. They get flustered or blush around you. Have you ever been talking to someone and noticed their cheeks turning a cute shade of pink? Or maybe they start stumbling over their words and fidgeting with their hands. If so, you might be witnessing the telltale signs of attraction in action. You see, when we're around someone we're attracted to, our bodies can't help but give us away. Our heart rates speed up, our palms get sweaty, and yes, we might even start to blush. But why does this happen? Well, it all comes down to something called the psychophysiological response theory. This theory suggests that our physical responses are directly tied to our emotional states. So when we're feeling all those butterflies in our stomachs, our bodies can't help but show it. And the best part? These responses are totally subconscious. So even if someone is trying to play it cool on the outside, their body might be sending all sorts of signals that they're totally smitten on the inside. Of course, it's important to remember that everyone expresses attraction differently. Some people might turn beet red at the slightest hint of a crush, while others might be a bit more subtle in their responses. But if you find yourself constantly noticing those little physical cues, the blushing, the fidgeting, the nervous laughter, it's a pretty good sign that someone is feeling the spark of attraction whenever you're around. 3. They show signs of protectiveness. Let's be real, there's something undeniably attractive about someone who makes us feel safe and cared for. And when someone is really into you, they might start showing some serious signs of protectiveness. Maybe they're always the first to offer you a ride home after a night out, or maybe they're quick to stand up for you when someone else is being less than kind. These little acts of guardianship are more than just nice gestures. They're deeply rooted in our evolutionary history. You see, according to the evolutionary theory of mate guarding, humans have a biological drive to protect the people we care about from potential threats. And when someone is really into you, that protective instinct can kick into high gear. But it's not just about physical safety, it's also about emotional protection. When someone is constantly checking in on your well-being, offering words of encouragement when you're feeling down, or just being there to listen when you need to vent, it's a sign that they want to be your rock through thick and thin. Of course, it's important to note that there's a big difference between protectiveness and possessiveness. True protectiveness comes from a place of care and concern, not a desire to control or manipulate. So if you find yourself constantly feeling safe, supported, and cared for in someone's presence, it's a pretty strong sign that they've got some serious feelings for you. And they'll do whatever it takes to keep you happy and secure. 4. They mimic your speech patterns. Have you ever been deep in conversation with someone, only to realize that you're both starting to sound a lot alike? Maybe you're using the same catchphrases or adopting the same tone of voice. If so, you might be experiencing the power of linguistic mirroring. You see, when we're attracted to someone, we subconsciously start to match our communication styles to theirs. It's a way of building rapport and creating a sense of connection, like a secret language that only the two of you share. But why does this happen? Well, according to the speech accommodation theory, we adjust our speech patterns as a way of showing solidarity and building social bonds. And when we're really into someone, that desire to connect can be especially strong. So if you find yourself constantly noticing that special someone picking up on your unique turns of phrase or adopting your signature laugh, it's a pretty good sign that they're trying to align themselves with you on a deeper level. But here's the best part. This kind of mirroring is a two-way street. When you start to match someone's communication style, it sends a subconscious signal that you're interested and engaged in the conversation. So the next time you're chatting with your crush and you find yourself slipping into their linguistic patterns, don't be too quick to correct yourself. You might just be sending some powerful signals of your own. If you're enjoying today's tips on dating, don't forget to like and comment. For a deeper transformation, consider our free 60-minute strategy call. You'll learn how to meet more women and date with newfound confidence. Click the link in the pinned comment to reserve your session. 5. They initiate communication frequently. In the digital age, there are more ways than ever to stay connected with the people we care about. But when someone is really into you, they might start taking that connection to the next level by initiating communication on the regular. Maybe they're always the first to text you in the morning, or maybe they're constantly tagging you in funny memes and inside jokes online. These little acts of reaching out might seem small, but they're actually rooted in some pretty powerful psychology. According to the communication accommodation theory, we adjust our communication styles as a way of maintaining and strengthening our social bonds. And when someone is constantly finding excuses to reach out and connect with you, it's a sign that they want to keep that bond strong. But it's not just about the frequency of communication, it's also about the quality. When someone is really into you, they'll make an effort to engage in meaningful conversations and show a genuine interest in your life and thoughts. They might ask you about your day, share stories and experiences from their own life, or just take the time to listen and offer support when you need it most. So if you find yourself constantly being bombarded with messages, calls, and social media interactions from that special someone, don't be too quick to write it off as clinginess. It might just be their way of showing you that they can't get enough of your company, and they'll do whatever it takes to keep that connection alive. 6. They make time for you. In today's busy world, time is perhaps the most precious commodity of all. We're all juggling work, family, friends, and personal obligations. So when someone consistently carves out time in their schedule just for you, it's a pretty big deal. Maybe they're always down for a last-minute coffee date or movie night, even if it means rearranging their plans. Or maybe they're the first to volunteer to help you move apartments or tackle a big project at work. These acts of making time and effort for you are more than just kind gestures. They're rooted in the investment model of commitment. This theory suggests that the more resources we invest into a relationship, whether it's time, energy, or emotional capital, the more committed we become to making that relationship work. So when someone is consistently making you a priority in their life, it's a sign that they're invested in building a strong, lasting connection with you. But here's the thing. This kind of investment isn't always about grand gestures or big romantic moments. Sometimes it's about the little things, the way they always save you a seat at the table, the way they remember your coffee order by heart, the way they're always there to lend a listening ear when you need it most. So if you find yourself constantly being amazed by the way that special someone always seems to make time for you, don't take it for granted. It's a sign that they're willing to put in the work to keep you in their life, and that's a precious thing indeed. 7. They remember small details. Have you ever been surprised by someone remembering a tiny, seemingly insignificant detail about you? Maybe they brought up a story you told them weeks ago, or maybe they surprised you with your favorite candy just because? If so, you might be experiencing the power of active listening and cognitive empathy, the ability to not just hear what someone is saying, but to truly understand and internalize it. You see, when we're really into someone, we can't help but hang on to every little thing they say and do. We're not just passively taking in information. We're actively trying to learn more about them and understand what makes them tick. And when we're able to remember and bring up those little details later on, it sends a powerful message. I see you, I hear you, and I care about the things that matter to you. But it's not just about having a good memory. It's about the effort and attention that goes into truly listening and engaging with someone on a deeper level. When someone is constantly showing you that they remember the little things, whether it's your favorite color or the name of your childhood pet, It's a sign that they're invested in understanding and connecting with you in a meaningful way. So the next time someone surprises you by bringing up a tiny detail from a past conversation, don't just write it off as a lucky guess. It's a sign that they're truly paying attention and that they care about you in a way that goes beyond the surface level. So now that you know how to spot those signs, what's next for you? Discover the signs she's checking you out, or learn how to know if you're attractive. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.